I'm going to talk about gut health, why it is so important, and how you can maintain it on a daily basis, which is extremely important because we keep insulting our gut on a daily basis through our diet, through the medications, and through stress, improper sleep, and so on. So let's begin here. First of all, let's understand why is gut health important. So basically, just like how soil is important for the tree to grow, in a similar manner for us, gut is extremely important. So if your gut is healthy, means you are healthy. Okay, it's basically like a gatekeeper. It just allows certain things and it monitors what can enter, what cannot enter, and it monitors your hormones, your blood, the quality of your blood, and everything. So today we have a lot of research studies, and even in Ayurveda ages back, we know that everything starts with the gut. Your digestion is extremely important. Your digestive fire, the stronger it is, the better your metabolism. And today we know with so many research studies that, you know, unhealthy gut is linked to a lot of metabolic conditions, be it diabetes, be it your heart conditions, or it could be any of the hormonal situations like your PCOS or endometriosis, even autoimmune conditions like psoriasis, arthritis, and all of that. Uh, Gut is the largest immune organ, and it is called as gut associated lymphoid tissue. It is where a lot of immune reactions takes place, and it also takes care of your overall immunity. Not just that, we if you're somebody who's having a lot of anxiety or mood swings or feeling low, depressive, and so on, you should have a look at how good you're eating and how well is your gut. Okay. Now we move on to the next. I want to cover up fast so that there's enough time for question and answers. Now, why do we even get unhealthy gut? I mean, where do we reach? Because when we are born with a good, healthy gut. What happens later is a lot of antibiotics, a lot of painkillers, mindless consumption of medicines could harm our gut health. Also today we keep having we keep trying different types of fat diets, keto diet and multiple other forms of diet which actually plays around with your gut microbiota. Okay, these microorganisms, which is the largest part of our organ, of our gut organ, they don't survive with these kind of fat diets. When you go on a keto, there's absence of fiber at all, and that's why you're constipated most of the time in keto. And that is why a lot of these organisms don't survive, and your gut microbiome is extremely important because they literally can play a huge role in the signaling pathway of your hormones, weight loss, and many other things. Even they are involved in maintaining your vagus nerve, which is the largest nerve of your gut organ. And so trying different fat diets, unhealthy eating pattern, if you have noticed, we don't consume a lot of vegetables. We skip meals, we eat a lot outside, and all of this can actually affect the quality of your gut microbiome. And that is why we ultimately, over the years, you don't see it overnight. Okay, these changes you get to see over the years, and that's how we then later on develop these gut conditions. And even consumption of a lot of sugar, refined refined packaged food, a lot of chemical preservative added food can affect our gut. Sometimes we just hear there that this food is good and we keep trying, but if you can't digest, it will only accumulate as toxins. Smoking and alcohol is another factor. I already mentioned about the antibiotics and the painkillers. So these antibiotics, when you consume them, they wash off both good and bad bacteria. Now, once the good bacteria is washed off, and if you are not consuming good amount of fiber in your diet, what happens is that they take at least 6 months to come back. And if your diet is poor, it may take even longer. Also, things like stress, lack of sleep, and lack of exercise. Now, how is stress and sleep related to gut is Because if you sleep well, if you allow your body to detox well, you just allow your body to repair. And during that time, it has been seen through studies that sleep can also improve your gut microbiome. And stress, because when you're very stressed out, you are in that flight and fight mode, and that is when the blood circulation to your gut is restricted. And when such a thing happens, all your hormone secretions which occurs through the gut, like your serotonin and everything, they decrease in their levels. So that is one thing, one way where you can eventually lead to have an unhealthy gut here. Now, next is, I want to show the signs of the unhealthy gut. Here, it could be mood swings. Okay. Skin issues. If you have certain skin issues like acne, eczema, psoriasis, just instead of just focusing on the skin as one organ, you should holistically see if you're eating well, if your gut is in a good condition. Because if that is good, then you can treat these conditions very well, uh, with not much of medications going in here. Autoimmune condition, if you're somebody who has arthritis, Hashimoto's, thyroiditis, and so on, please look at your gut health. Make sure that you take good amount of probiotics, eat a good amount of food that you can digest, fiber, prebiotics, probiotics in your diet. Also, food and other sugar cravings can be an indication that maybe your liver health is not so good, or your gut health is not good. Digestive issues like bloating, acidity, constipation, IBS, GERD, feeling tired, fatigue, they are all linked to gut. Okay. uh, Even certain hormonal issues like PCOS, endometriosis, thyroid, weight gain, weight loss. If you're not gaining enough weight, look at your gut. If you're not losing enough weight, please have a look at your gut, whether you're consuming the food that you can digest. Even if your liver is not properly detoxed, if it because of the toxins, because of a lot of preservatives that we keep, even environmental toxins through our makeup products, through other detergents and so on, which seeps into our skin, eventually it's the liver which has to take care of this and has to detox from your body. And if your liver has become sluggish, that means that you need to look at that, and enhance your liver detoxification, which can eventually help in your overcome overall health outcome. Okay. Now, quickly coming to the steps that you can manage daily. See, first of all, it's important that you eat clean on a daily basis as much as possible. Apart from 1 or 2 days, here and there, it's okay. But it's always important to come back to eating clean. One thing is that stop sugar and the refined food. And if you cannot stop it, at least cut down. Okay. uh, Step 2 is including variety of fruits and vegetables. Now all of your fruits and vegetables are extremely good. You can't really differentiate that this is good and this is bad. Your banana, sitafil, chiku, they are extremely good for your gut, so you should have them. And in vegetables, especially these cruciferous vegetables like your cabbage, broccoli, cauliflower, are extremely good. And even your root vegetables like your sweet potato, purple yam, and arbi, all these root vegetables, which is especially you will get a lot during the winters, you should ensure that you have them in your diet on a regular basis, along with a lot of leafy vegetables. Now, so this will also give you a good amount of prebiotics, because prebiotics are something that your good bacteria feeds on. They can grow on that. And if your good bacteria is good, if you add good amount of fiber, your colon is clean. It helps your colon to stay healthy. And with that, you can actually help your constipation, because having constipation is a very bad thing. Your body, that's the only way your body can eliminate the toxins from the body. And if you are constipated, you're just retaining those toxins in your body, and that's not going to help anywhere. Okay, so including a lot of fruits and vegetables are not isabgol. Okay, isabgol is not the way to relieve constipation. Rather, include the natural form of fiber and different form of fiber. Step 3 is being mindful of the portion sizes. Now, portion sizes is important because if you keep overeating, it becomes difficult to digest. Okay, so you should be aware of three burps here. The first burp is a very slight burp that you get when almost your stomach is about to get full. The second burp is when you're full, and the third is when you're overeaten. So you really don't need to listen to the third burp. The second burp is where you actually need to stop. And so here some mindfulness would be needed. The portion size on your plate, not eating food with the gadgets, being aware of that place, being aware of the food that's on your plate is important here. Next is step 4 is including the probiotics. It could be buttermilk, Indian kanji. You could take supplements after consultation. That is, certain supplements would be needed if your gut situation is really bad. Supporting your liver through food rich in phytochemicals. Uh, this could be, certain berries, like, this is winter, so you get a lot of strawberries, mulberries, even beet. Beet is excellent source of nitrates, and that can actually help support the second phase of the detoxification of the liver. Along with that, a lot of cruciferous vegetables like your broccoli, cauliflower, cabbage can give you good amount of compound called as sulforaphane, and that can help cleansing the liver. Step 6 is recognizing which food suits you. Now, not everybody will digest brown rice, not everybody will digest wheat. So, you need to see what exactly suits you. If white rice is good for you, go for it. If you feel you're good with wheat, go for it. So, your body is going to signal everything. And step 7 is to fast. Avoid eating late into the night, because after 9 o'clock your body gets into a detoxification process, and that's not when you're supposed to eat food. So basically, ensuring that you give the time period, where your body can rest, detox and repair. That's extremely important with the when you are looking for improving your gut health. So even, syncing your body clock and sun clock, or if it's unavoidable and you have to eat late into night, at least make sure that you give a 12 hours to 14 hours gap, so that your body can repair and detox, and then the next food comes in. Not just this, managing stress is extremely important. Making sure that your work pattern uh, is not very fast paced. Get good amount of sleep. Also, there's something called as pomodoro technique, which means that you just give certain amount of minutes or hours for particular work. If a work has to be done in 30 minutes, make sure you finish in that, because that can give you a lot of time for yourself. Once you're done with the work, using this technique, you can get a lot of me time here. So relaxation is extremely important. Certain techniques like yoga would be helpful, breathing techniques would be helpful here. Also, at least maintaining some movement is important, because if your body is sedentary and you're not moving much, you may be constipated or bloated even then. So this is few of the ways where you can manage your stress better, by recognizing your daily work pattern, getting enough sleep, practicing pomodoro technique, practicing some amount of breathing techniques, especially abdominal breathing can be very useful here, and including some activity on a daily basis. Yeah, so it's time for Q&A. I'll just stop the share. Okay. Okay, so I'll answer this first question which I've got. So it is, what are the best tips for a healthy weight loss? Okay, so I'll just answer it. Okay, so best tips for weight loss. For weight loss, you will have to actually first understand um, why you have a weight gain, first of all. Okay, and apart from that, also look for your gut. Do not follow any particular fat diets. Okay, That's not going to help you. It will only damage your health eventually. So the tips would be to eat what your gut can digest. That's one thing. Eating a lot of vegetables in your diet, eating good amount of at least two portions of fruits in your diet, making sure there is good amount of proteins in all your meals, and with the carbs and with good amount of fiber, and avoid binging, avoid mid snacking. So these could be few tips, but there are actually, it's very difficult to give tips without knowing what is the cause of the weight gain here. I mean, if you go clinically, it's not that easy to understand weight gain here. Okay, foods to avoid in a diet. What diet are you talking about? I mean, foods to avoid, it would be basically sugar. um, it would be sugar, refined food, lot of packaged food, order-ins, eat home cooked food. That would be the thing. Rest everything is fine. As long as you're eating home cooked food that you can digest, it's all okay. Just avoid the sugar and the refined products. A lot of these products which claims to be healthy, low fat, low sugar, low whatever, please try to avoid that. Fair for good hair. What is fair for good hair? Okay. I'll answer this next question. Does meditation help in good digestion? Yes, it helps because it helps in calming the vagus nerve here. So, how does meditation helps is that it relaxes your vagus nerve, which is the longest nerve in your gut, and that helps in improving the tonicity of the vagus nerve. Okay, it relaxes the stress levels, and that's how it will improve your digestion here. It calms your nervous system. So if you know your gut and your brain are interconnected, they keep talking to each other. So if you are very stressed up, you can just feel that sensation in your gut, and that can actually affect the blood circulation in the digestive system. And meditation can help you relax here. It can bring mindfulness, it can bring focus, and definitely, if nothing, it will help you reduce the bloating and the constipation, but because it will improve the peristalsis, it will improve the movement of the gut. That's how it will help you. So meditation, yes, definitely it helps. How to feel body signal when eating, it's difficult to know. Okay. We we need to bring mindfulness here, awareness, that is. So when I say mindfulness, it actually means awareness. We need to be present. First of all, choose a place. Okay, you can't be eating and working, or you can't be preparing something for your kids and at the same time you're eating your meals. Now, mostly I've seen this happening. So what you need to do is choose a place where you can sit with your food peacefully, observe the color. So initially, to bring that awareness, you will have to see the color of the plate, the color of the food, the portion size here. um, that's how you will bring that awareness. Avoid any form of gadgets. Avoid watching TV or watching any shows while you're eating. That is how you will understand the signaling of the body here. Okay, so these are the few steps. That first is sit with the food. um, Make sure that you observe the portion size, the color, the quantity, feel the texture of the food, feel how soft it is, how do you feel when you eat it. Okay, so feeling all of this will eventually get your signal back. That wiring will happen between the brain and the gut here, and then you will be able to feel the sensation. What has happened now is that we are so busy and tied up that we don't have the time to get that into sync. That wiring is somewhere lost. So to get that back, I think this is the way, and eventually this will become a practice. It will become a habit to you, and you will start feeling the sensation back again. Hope this helps. And next, okay, foods food to eat for good skin and hair. lot of vegetables, lot of green leafy vegetables, vitamin C fruits like your citrus, kiwi, pomegranate. Some amount of good fat is important for skin and hair both. Good fat means ghee, nuts, good amount of seeds in your diet. For hair, it's important that you consume good amount of proteins as well. So because skin and hair, they are the last thing the body will even bother about. If you are nutritionally well fed, only then the extra nutrients will be passed on to the skin and hair. So you need to eat adequate amount of iron, zinc, magnesium, all of this to get good hair, along with good amount of proteins and good amount of fat as well. So that is how you will get. Also look into your gut. If your gut is not good, if the probiotics or the good bacteria is not enough in your gut, then also you will have skin issues. If you have any sorry, if you have any hormonal issues, then you will have to first get that corrected, and then you can work on your skin and hair. Foods to increase metabolism, spices. Yes, a lot of spices can help in increasing your metabolism. Spices like cinnamon, cloves, turmeric, pepper, that can improve metabolism. Also, ensuring good amount of proteins in your diet in the form of dals, pulses, that can also help in improving metabolism. And one of the way of increasing your metabolism is improving the muscle mass here. Okay, so you need to do a lot of good resistant training kind of exercise like your planks, or some tricep biceps, some core strengthening exercises. If you build up your muscles, and adding adequate proteins can only help support the muscle growth. So proteins is yes, spices yes. Eating meals on regular timings can also help improving your metabolism. Fasting also helps in improving the metabolism. So if you can fast for 12, 14 hours, that can help improving your metabolism. Okay, weight loss is faster in summer or winter? Okay, so it is faster in summer. Okay, in winter, basically your body slows down. Okay, so your metabolism also kind of slows down. It tries to preserve rather than expend, and that is why you need to exercise during winters. You have to move your body, you have to do certain amount of exercise every day during winters, which may not be required so much in summers, because in summers already, because of the body temperature, sorry, your external environment temperature, already your BMR can be up. So weight loss is easier in winters, sorry, summers. Okay, next is, what are your suggestions when people avoid rice to lose weight? Hmm. So we don't need to avoid rice to lose weight. In fact, I have seen that with rice, people lose weight better. Because rice is something that's easier to digest. It's very easy to gut on your gut. So, if wheat stays in your gut for 6 hours, rice stays in your gut for say 3 hours. So it's very easy to digest here, but it may be the amount. Okay, it may be the amount of rice here that's important. So if you excessively eat, overdo it, then it might be a problem. But otherwise, it's okay to have rice with good amount of vegetables and dal or pulses. That that's like a wholesome meal, that's a complete meal. um, a good protein also. Rice has a good quality protein, so if you combine it with dal, it just completes the protein factor. So yeah, you can have rice and you can still lose weight, but make sure that you add a lot of vegetables here, and you're not eating rice late into night, like not after 10, 11 in the night. Okay, next is how to reduce belly fat. How to reduce belly fat? Okay, now when it comes to belly fat, called as cortisol. Okay, so if you're very stressed out, then in that case you could be increasing the cortisol levels, which can increase your belly fat. So to reduce the belly fat, you need to do core strengthening exercises like your bicycle crunches, side crunches, planks, okay, leg raises. So all of these exercises along with managing your stress better, because if you're always in a fast paced life and you're just moving here and there quickly and always stressed out, then it can lead to increase in the cortisol, which can increase the fat production in your abdomen. And not just that, even sleep is important here. Getting good amount of sleep, some me time, some relaxation can help in reducing the belly fat. Along with that, make sure that you're having good source of uh, proteins and fiber in your diet along with the carbs, but the carbs should be wholesome, like it should be whole food carbs. It could be your white rice, brown rice, or it could be some millets. Any of this, whatever your gut digest, that's better. And one thing that can really help is just strengthening exercises with good amount of proteins with your breakfast, lunch, and dinner as well. Also manage your stress better. So this is the way to reduce the belly fat. And you can definitely include certain amount of vegetable juices or some spices in your diet, which can just improve the metabolism. Certain vegetables like cruciferous vegetables and even radishes can actually help in reducing the belly fat here. Okay, next is what about crash diets? What about crash diets? I don't know if I should be even talking about it, because crash diets crash you. It's like that. They help you nowhere. They actually slow down your metabolism. They can make you nutritionally deficient, like a lot of micronutrients. We just think about carbs, proteins, and fat, but there are nutrients beyond that. We have zinc, we have calcium, we have magnesium, we have iron, we have B1, B2, B3, riboflavin, thiamine. There are so many other vitamins and nutrients and minerals, sorry, which we need to take care of. And when you go on crash diets like this, you fall magnesium deficient, and magnesium is such an important mineral and involved in so many metabolism. Like you cannot digest carbohydrates if you're magnesium deficient. Okay, so going on crash diet doesn't help. You will eventually crash. And so have a healthy diet, eat everything, but mindfully. Let your own body signaling guide you. That's how you make it sustainable. Crash diet is for specific period of time. If you want it to be a long lasting thing, then it has to be more sustainable and more method, in a method way. I think I'm done with the question answers. Any more Q&A? I don't think. All right. So if you want a consultation, then there's a link below in the chat box. So you can just register over there and have a proper consultation in depth, which can help you much more in detail. So you can check out that link and register for personalized consultation with me. And yeah, so that's where I can look into your health goals and your reasons behind your health conditions and can work holistically over there. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.